Hello Fish Fools, Jeff here. So I just received this box in the mail today, so that's why I'm making this quick unboxing video. And before I show you what's inside, I'm going to give you a little backstory. So pretty recently I did a makeover of one of my tanks, converting it from a quarantine tank to, well, just a regular tank, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is my 10-gallon wild guppy and pea puffer tank. So this initially started out as a quarantine tank where it was just bare bottom, no substrate, and really nothing in it, but it is now a permanent tank for these wild guppies and pea puffers. There's a pea puffer right there. There's 4 in here. But yeah, so setting this up, I wanted to just, pretty much just use stem plants and do it a little different than I do with most of my tanks. So I got this water wisteria in here. Initially I was thinking just water wisteria only, but then I was thinking maybe another stem plant, and I mentioned that in one of my videos. Well, I was going to get some at my local fish store, but they didn't have any at the time. And then my friend Rich Johns mentioned that he had some of that plant and that he could send it to me. So that's what we have over there. So let's go back to the box. Alright, so in this box is that particular stem plant that I was talking about. So we're about to show you what that is. And since Rich was sending me that plant already, he added a fish with it too. So this will actually be the first time I will have ever received fish in the mail. Prior to this, I've gotten plants in the mail. Last year I got a mono shrimp in the mail, but this will be the first time having live fish in the mail. So let's hope everything goes okay with that, because there's always a risk involved there. So it's Thursday. Rich sent this on Tuesday, so hopefully it went okay in 2 days. And where I live in Las Vegas, it was still up, like Tuesday was around 90, close to 90 yesterday, and then it dropped down to the 60s today. So I mean, it didn't arrive on the hot days, but it was cooler today. But let's hope everything went all right. So all right, well, let's see what's inside. All right, so I did already cut the box so it'd be easier to open. And it is wet, so there was some leakage. Like the cardboard is kind of soggy, but it's still good weight to it, so I think the bags will be all right. Maybe just a little water seep through. But all right, so let's see what's inside here. We got some paper for like insulation. Alright. And alright. This is the bag with the fish in it, and the fish made it through the journey. Awesome. So this is a green lantern platy, and it looks just fine here in the bag. Awesome. Yep. All right. It's the first time I've ever received fish in the mail, and everything went fine. So there's a little fish. And then, well, fish in the first bag, so the plants will be in the second bag. All right. So this is Ludwigia repens. So this is the plant that I had in mind to add to that pea puffer tank, the wild guppy pea puffer tank with the water wisteria. I think it'll be a good mix of plants with the bright green wisteria with Ludwigi that has, you know, it's kind of reddish. All right, awesome. So I've actually had Ludwigi repens before. This is my 30-gallon planted Liberia community tank here in the background, and early on, that was one of the first stem plants that I got. I had Ludwigi repens in here, and it was, for a while, it was growing and doing great. Eventually, it did die off, and I think that had something to do with like all the plant combination in here, whether other plants, you know, blocked the light or outcompeted it for nutrients. That's one thing, you know, there's some plants can be, you know, similar with fish, like some fish can be compatible with others, and same with plants, but I think it had to do with just too many other plants in here, why the Ludwigi didn't do as well in here. But I think with this, with just wisteria in that other tank, I think it should be fine. So I actually even had water wisteria in here. That was one of the first plants I ever had too, and it's known as an easy plant, and that was growing and doing well for a while, and then that ended up dying off in here too. So, you know, just too many other plants going on in here. Yeah, all right, so I have these plants. Gonna add those to that tank. I think I might even, you know, spread this around. There's several stems in here, so I think most of them I'll put in that 10-gallon tank. I might put some in maybe my newest tank, my 29-gallon Sailfin Molly and Swordtail tank too. But yeah, all right. So I'll follow up with another video later. I think I'm going to do some water changes, and when I'm moving stuff around, I'll add the plants to it. But yeah. So thank you, Rich, for sending the Ludwigi repens and for the Green Lantern platy. And for those of you out there, if you're not familiar, if you watch my channel because you like live bearers, like platies and planted tanks like that, you'd like Rich's channel if you haven't seen it already. Rich Johns, similar, you know, taste in fish, and has some awesome tanks, so check it out if you haven't already. All right, well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.